games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. If you're not all nice and caught up, then go and check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then of course welcome back to today's episode. Today we are coming off of the back of two very difficult episodes, some real lack of form and a real lack of results. I don't think we've had a win in our last two episodes, which is obviously not a great place to be in, but we are getting now near to a bit of a crunch time of the season as we're getting into that January transfer window. I think it's very unlikely we're going to make any sales or any purchases. I think if we're given some offers for some players, we might potentially look to take some things up, but at the moment I don't think there's any real chance of us making big signings. We've got £5 million roughly in the kitty as it is, and I don't think that's going to be enough to really sign anyone. So I think for now, the team is what it is. This season we really focus on staying up, and then next season, maybe with a little bit of funds and a few options, then we look to really bolster the squad. But for now, we're going to crack on and let's head to our first game of the episode. We've had a few of these players leaving on loan as well. I did accidentally just delete one that said Ferg'Ai is off on loan. So that loan deal was confirmed in sort of the interim between the summer transfer window and the January transfer window. So Ferg'Ai, Dazelle, Kelman and Walsh all going out on their respective loans. Hopefully getting a little bit of game time each and hopefully getting a bit of a chance to obviously improve and play basically. But let's have a little look at our monthly scouting options as well. Louis Wills is a no from me. I don't think he looks particularly good. Ollie Underwood is the same kind of dealio. Theo Drew also not great. Callum Marsden, although I think a right back is something we're going to have to look at some point maybe, but Ethan Pratt could be a hell of a pickup here. 1.3 million he's worth and his potential is 74 to 94. I'm guessing this guy's going to be 67-ish rated possibly. He could be a hell of a pickup here. This could be a really good option for us. I really hope he's a fullback, not a centre-back, not a right mid. I really hope he's a fullback. We'll see what he's looking at in a minute. Alexander Middleton, it's a no. And Hugh Simmons is probably also going to be a no. And that's the end of that scout as well. So Hugh Simmons is a no. But let's have a little look at our new youth talent, Ethan Pratt. He is a right back. Okay, right-footed and a right back. He's 62 rated, a little bit lower than I expected. But that is actually phenomenal. Let's get him on a development plan 1,000%. Okay, his stats are a little bit squiffy. Nothing too crazy there. I'm going to go inverted wide back. Get the pace up because I think pace is a little bit important, especially for a fullback. But I do want the defending up a tad. Okay, the plan is going to be inverted wide back and then we go to the defensive wide back. So we get the pace up and then we really focus on those defensive stats because he's not going to play for us just yet. But he could be a really good option to call up and actually bring in and rotate as a good youth defender. That could be great for us. I think that's a fantastic person to have picked up. Ethan Pratt, I have got very, very positive thoughts on. Okay, here we are, our lineup for the game against Burnley. Running, obviously, our usual 4-4-2. A little bit of rotation, a couple of tired players, but Masenga makes his way in for Johansson. Dykes comes in for Trossard, and Ilias starts over Willock today. All three because of fitness. But yeah, we need to start today strong. I'm optimistic we can do better today. I've been playing better FIFA. So let's hope that even though the players are lower rated, we can still do a business today. Let's go. Here we are away to Burnley. It's going to be a tricky game today, but I desperately need to find form. And I desperately need to find that form sooner rather than later. So I'm really hoping that we can come away from Turf Moor today with some points. And by that, I mean more than one. We need 3. Today needs to be a win. Just to kind of stop the rut a little bit and to find a little bit of form going into some tricky games. We have got a cup game coming up, I think, is our next game. And then we've got, I think it's Spurs, which are actually a team near us in the table at the moment. So it's a big couple of games. And you guys had said in the comments that you'd like to see a bit of a cup run where possible. So the cup game isn't going to just be like a throw out a stinker team. It's going to be maybe a little bit of rotation. But we've got to try and come away with something today. That's the main thing here. Let's do our best. And this is not a great start at all. Jan Sommer wasn't quite chipped. Mate, that would have been a terrible start. Come on, boys. Let's work our way into this now. Campbell looks up and finds Linden. Going to look out wide and find Ilias. Ilias, great first touch. Takes it past his man with a second touch. Just got to keep this alive. Lays it off to Linden. Linden, placed out with his left foot. I kind of wanted him to just lump it with his right. I've just angled sort of down and just press circle. And I was hoping he was just going to use that right foot and just power it at that far post. But it's a very good save from the very tall Nick Pope. And Dykes isn't quite going to win that header, but Masenga's going to bring that down. Lays it off to Lopez, who's not going to shoot. Ilias Chair cuts in on his left. It's a very good block. We're getting chances. This is a good start. It's positive. We're creating chances early on. Rob Dickey tackling high up the pitch there. Love to see it. Let's just try and make the most of a little bit of, you know, positive play here. Oh, you know what? I saw... Who's that at the bottom right? I don't know who that was, but I saw the Burnley player running in, and I thought it was a QPR player. I don't know why. They brought the ball forward into a wide position here. Bit of a weird chip in. It's to the edge of the box, and Masengo's going to get it away initially. Linden's going to close down, and it's good pressure here. We're defending well, and we're keeping them out of our, you know, defensive third. They've played it into the box quite well here. Lovely bit of play in there. Summer with a very, very good save. Isaac Coles, I've just asked him to get rid of that. I won't lie to you. I've asked him to clear that twice. That is so frustrating. Because I've asked Coles to clear that twice and he's fannied about with it. And now look what happens because of it. That is genuinely infuriating because I genuinely didn't do anything wrong there. I pressed X to get rid of it on 2 occasions and he's just twiddled about in the box. Here, look. I pressed X there and I pressed it a second time. Nothing happening. Bibu lays it off to, I think it was, I forgot who it was. Ikesen? I don't know the player. I won't lie to you. But it's 1-0. And I feel genuinely hard done by because I genuinely don't think I did anything wrong to lead to that goal. Coles just didn't clear it, and that's so infuriating. Lovely overlap here from Ozzy. It's a lovely pass as well from Ilias Chair. Ozzy's done well to turn the man, but doesn't pass it quick enough. Is it an input thing today? Because my players just aren't passing it when I'm asking them to pass it. Burnley get the ball in the box. It's a good jump from Lopez to get it away. And Sommer is needed again to make a save. And you can see he is not happy at all. But Bibu, with a decent effort, is just dropped to him. Nearly hit Lopez's hand there, by the way. Sommer, I don't think actually hits that. I'm fairly sure Sommer doesn't actually make a save. It just kind of force fields away from him. But Sommer's hopefully going to get up to this one, who did. He jumped behind Schurz, which is not where I needed him to jump. I'd have been a lot more confident in him jumping in front of the man. But we've given it away again. Schurz on the ball. Good effort. Sommer being kept busy in the first half an hour. We are... Oh, man. I don't know what it is. I think having conceded when I really don't feel like I should have conceded has rustled us up a little bit. And we're not playing very well now. But now, Tyrese Campbell on the ball. Running up the pitch here. Lays it off to Ilias. Ilias, mate, you just got to keep running. Just got to keep running, Ilias. Ilias Chair. Going to play it across the box. I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking idiot. I should have just shot with Ilias. I'm an absolute mug. What a waste. Linden keeps the ball alive here. Going to look out wide and find Ozzy because Ilias is quite central and wasn't out wide where I was hoping he would be. But Ozzy has done well there. Lays it off to Tyrese Campbell. Loses it again there from Tyrese. And Masengo's pass isn't quite what I needed. It's what I asked for, to be fair. So I can't blame Masengo. But it wasn't really what I needed to do. And I've wasted another chance. And it's coming up to half time. And I was hoping we'd be able to, you know, respond and get something back before half time. And it's just not working out that way at all, is it? Laying it forward again. It's a good block there from Lopez. Ilias isn't going to get a chance to bring that away. So we're just going to have to rotate it around a little bit. Play it out to Ozzy out wide. 1 minute added on. Can we maybe get this into their half and create something? No. We're going to get tackled on the halfway line. And the ref's going to let it play on, of course, because it's the AI. Here's me thinking it's going to be the half-time whistle. But that's not me on the ball. It's the AI on the ball. So they get a chance to cross it. And that's going to be half-time now. Oh, I don't know if I sound bitter, but I feel it. I feel really, really hard done by. Because I cleared that ball with Coles twice. I've asked him to play it out. And that's led to the goal. They've had their own chances. We've also had a couple of chances. I wasted the chance with Ilias. I'm a bit gutted that Linden didn't just pelt it with a strong foot on that other chance. But we've been in this game. It's not like we've been absolutely out of it. It's not like we've been, you know, a considerably worse side or anything daft like that. I think we have been unlucky. I'm going to stick with things as it is for now. I'm not going to panic and make changes just yet. I think this is our strongest 11 that we have available to us in regards to stamina at least as well. So I think we'll stick with the same team, but we need to come out the blocks a little bit in the second half. We need to really take the game to Burnley and not concede possession in a really stupid manner like that, Tom. That would be great. Let's go. Come on. Coles with a chance to cut inside here. Lovely ball roll. Takes it past his first man. There's no one open at all. Absolutely no one in space. And Coles gets it back. Going to have the shot. It's well blocked, well tackled there from the Burnley defender. But we do keep it alive. Get it to Tyrese. Tyrese with an effort. Hits it just wide. Much better play. Found the space for each other. Knocked it round really nicely, but didn't quite get the shot on target. A shot on target was what we needed really there from the end of that attack. We've got to try and keep going. We've just got to keep pushing chances. We've got to keep creating stuff. Come on, boys. Easy chance for them. Very easy chance for them. But thankfully, Jan Sommer equal to it again because they did just walk through us there. They're making a change in the middle of the park, and I think I'm going to have to do the same thing. I think we're going to have to get fresh legs on the pitch. We're going to bring Sam Field on. Fred coming on for them. Very interesting signing for them. That's a real good pick up in the middle of the park. But yeah, Field on for Basenga for us. Just gives us fresh leg in the middle of the park. And hopefully, you know, a chance to kind of, you know, just solidify something in the middle of the park. Because we haven't had that. Isaac Coles here. Lovely overlap here from Sam Field. The fresh legs coming straight into effect. And Sam Field's going to have a go. And he's going to find the back of the net. The fresh legs of Sam Field. I think that's the first goal he scored for us in this career mode. But it's a hell of a time to find one. Well done to Sam Field with a beautiful run. From that corner, we've just done really well to bring that ball away, find the space. Campbell, was it Campbell initially bringing it out? And then I think it's Coles lays it off. And Sam Field, with that left foot, just finds the back of the net. The away fans there, you can see absolutely buzzing. I'm chuffed for Sam Field there. His first goal for the club. Well, first goal for me at least, I think. Or at least in the Prem. It's definitely his first Prem goal. I'm waffling now. Regardless, well done, boys. Great goal. Great time to get it. And with like half an hour on the clock, there's plenty of time to really keep pushing now. That is a terrible tackle there. I've kind of lured the tackle a little bit. I can't believe that's not at least a booking. I know it's like in the middle of the pitch and not too much is going on, but that's a terrible, terrible tackle. And that should be a yellow card there. Look at that. There's no way near the ball. It should be a yellow. I've made my 2 changes. I was just talking about how good Coles is, and I've subbed him off because he's very, very tired. So Isaac Coles and Tyrese Campbell are off, and we're bringing on Morad Ahmed and Leandro Trossard. So we're bringing on the youth of Ahmed. Just because, again, I need some players fit, and I kind of wanted to keep Willock rested where possible because he's not quite got the best stamina at the moment, and Morad can't quite get there, which is a shame. Coles would have got there, which is a real kick in the teeth. But yeah, fresh legs, give the youth a bit of a chance because I think Ahmed's got a real good potential for us. And honestly, Trossard, just fresh legs. Tyrese was even more tired than Coles, so it made sense making those 2 changes as they were the two most tired players on our side of the pitch. So hopefully the fresh legs, like Field, had an impact. Hopefully the fresh legs of Ahmed and Trossard can do something similar. Field bringing it forward here, finds Ahmed out wide. Murad Ahmed is just going to try and keep this. He's going to have to turn because he hasn't quite got the pace, but he does win the throw. It's very evident his difference in pace compared to Isaac Coles here. But Sam Field going to lay it across all the way to Trossard. He's going to look over and find Ilias. Gets it back to Trossard, and Trossard finds the back of the net. It's another one of our subs. The super subs coming in clutch today and helping us get into the lead for the first time in quite some time. We are in the lead in a match, and now we have something to hold on to, something to fight for these last sort of like 15 or so in-game minutes. Lovely bit of play. Sam Field has been fantastic in this game. Lovely layoff to Ilias, and Ilias, the first time pass back, and Trossard had to thread the other needle there. Play it between Schurz and Pope, and he does just that. Pope is a little bit late to get down there. His hand, as you can see, flashes past the ball, but just as the ball goes past him. So we've got 10 or 15 minutes here to really try and hold on, and that's all we can do now. Just try and stop them creating chances, and when we get the ball, we are going to slow the game down like nobody's business. This is going to be as slow as you can imagine. Let's keep a bit of possession, and let's just really see them out of this game. Got to be careful here. Overlap. Our players are a little bit out of position. Ozzy, I'm going to change him and try and catch up, but Cornet is not slow. That's a good cross in, but Sommer comes out and does win the punch. Ilias win that header. Lovely stuff. Keeps it up the pitch a little bit. Linden, oh, I'm not going to lie, I tried to just win that ball on that slide. It wasn't a great slide, but that is a fantastic header to win. And Ilias, that is a terrible pass, mate. I was just going to say, we just need to keep possession now, and the game is done. There we go. Trossard brings it forward. Oh, boys, that is a huge win. In the grand scheme of things, that win is massive because we needed that. Our form was through the floor. Burnley are having a fantastic season as well, so that is a great, great win for us. Huge result, and it gets us out of this sticky, sticky situation, which has been a terrible run of form. So I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I'm happy with it. Well done, boys. Huge 3 points. Absolutely huge. To come from 1-0 down and to have made a couple of mistakes as well. We did well today. I'm really, really happy with that game. I think that went really, really well, and I'm so, so pleased to have got that win. Just noticing here that El Basir's development schedule is done. His development plan to become a centre mid is done. He stays at 67, which I kind of expected. I'm not too surprised to see that that was the case. I'm going to run a central midfield on him get the dribbling up a little bit, get the sprint speed up a little bit. I'm not too fussed about his shooting just yet because at the moment our CMs do stay back that little bit. But I think Elvis on a central midfield sort of development plan, get the stamina, get the strength up, get the dribbling up, and then get that sprint speed up. And we're looking at a decent little centre mid there. Okay, so I have rotated the team quite a bit here up against Ipswich. Now, we do have plenty of time between this game and the next game, so it's not necessarily so I'm keeping fitness or anything like that, but I'm giving a few players a chance to play that don't normally get the chance to play. So you can see Serrano, our second keeper, Hamer, Barbe, Dunn, Odebaggio, Ahmed, Johansson and Field. Field had a really good game last time, so I definitely wanted him to get some more game time and more minutes today. Elias Chair, Linda Dice, Trossard. So a few very good first team players. I'm going to start this game as a sim. I'll jump in when there's ever highlights and stuff. If we do go down or it's not looking great, I will play this game though. I will jump in because you guys want a cup run, and if I can do that, I will. But I'm going to start this as a sim because it basically gives us a free game in the episode if we can see it out. So let's go, and I'll update you guys as and when we have updates. Really good start there. Straight off the bat, Linden with a really good effort. We've played that ball around really nicely, so it's good to start and get a good early positive start. Hopefully we keep that up. The positive start immediately ruined. Piggott puts him 1-0 up. Serrano, by the looks, things could have done a lot better there. I know he's got like a -2 because he doesn't play much, but he's still 71 rated. That's poor. Oh, a chance for Linden there, and he's hit it wide. This really, I was hoping, having the solid strikers and attack that I've kind of kept us with, you know, Linden and Trossard. Much better, I was going to say, would lead to goals. And thankfully it has. Trossard has put us back in this at 1-1. Lovely bit of play again. You can see, hopefully, with these highlights, we are actually playing some nice football. But it was just a really sloppy goal to concede. But I still back the boys to win this without me needing to jump in. But if I do need to, I will. Linden just can't catch a break today, can he? He is getting so close. We'll see this corner. Nothing from it. Oh, a real chance at Ipswich there. Thankfully, he was just offside. Serrano did make a good save, though, but we've got to be careful. These guys on their attack do look threatening. We still have a solid defence, by the way. Odebaggio and Serrano are the only players in our defence with, like, bad form. Otherwise, we have a pretty solid, like, defensive line anyway. Trossard is having a particularly good game. Field, yet again, as I said, Field really does step up. For me, Field is basically doing what he does in real life, and that is just doing a job. Like, Field, for me, is one of our most consistent players. He's an absolute baller. I think what I'll do here is I think I'm going to make the change of Masengo. Just a bit of fresh legs in the middle of the park again. I'm all about it. I like having a good high stamina midfield. So bringing on Masengo, hopefully he can just partner Field well and win that midfield battle maybe a little bit better because, again, we've got the better team. We've got a real good attack. Our defence and midfield just seems a little bit sloppy at times. So let's hope that Masengo coming on can just, I don't know, fresh legs and help us not just see it out, but improve. Because we still have improvements to make, obviously. Okay, there's 70 minutes on the clock. I'm going to jump in. I think this is a good time to jump in. Gives me 20 minutes to try and put a bit of a stamp on this game and try and help the boys see this out and win this now. If I manage to get us into the lead, then obviously I can maybe jump back to a sim. And actually, this could be a really good time to do that because Trossard is now clean through one-on-one. And that's all it took, boys. Boys, that's all it took. Trossard coming straight into that and getting his second goal of the game, making it 2-1. Things you love to see. I actually feel pretty confident now that I can probably now jump back to the sim and let them play it out. But yeah, I didn't expect, obviously, with it being on Legendary, even though it's a team that are lower rated than us, I didn't expect to come in and score quite that easily. But the play just happened for us. The way the ball was working and the way we managed to counter that, just let it happen. So I'm here for it. We're going to make some changes very, very quickly. I'm going to take off Linden and bring on Naji. And we're also going to bring on Slater. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give some of the youth a run out. Let's go, boys. Let's see this one out now. Come on. Well, I very nearly gave them the reins and they nearly messed it up. It's a good shot, but a good save from Serrano. Hopefully Serrano can get a bit of form again. He doesn't play frequently because summer is so good, so I understand why his form drops. But 10 minutes to see this out, boys. Come on. Well, there we go. The double from Trossard was enough to see us through and to see that game out. So, yeah, obviously we did have to jump in for all of, like, 4 in-game minutes. But the main thing is we won the game. We threw in the FA Cup. No bottle in here today. And that's 2 wins back-to-back. That's starting to pick up form now. That's good to see. Well, out of the frying pan into the fire, up against Tottenham Hotspurs today. A Tottenham Hotspurs that sees Isaac play and not Harry Kane. I have no idea if Harry Kane is even still at the club. If he's moved, I didn't notice it. But a couple of changes. Field staying in this team. He is playing absolutely fantastic right now. He did also ask to play, so at the moment I've got no reason not to play him. He has been phenomenal in the last 2 games. So he's going to keep his place in the team. Outside of that, it's basically a starting 11. Bring it on, Spurs. I'm nervous, but let's go for it. The rainy days seem to have passed at Kyle Print. It's still, I was going to say sunny. It's cloudy. It's not raining yet. Things you'll have to see. But the Kyle Print's hopefully ready to see what would be nice to see some points still for QPR today. 3-1, I think Spurs would be a very, very good game if we did pick up a point. Obviously, at the moment, we're in 11th, they're in 13th, so I think if they were to win, they would leapfrog us. Obviously, a win from us just sees us staying ahead of them. Rob Dickey, you can see there on the Tifo, with the captain's armband. Crazy that they knew Dickey was going to be captain, seeing as Johansson is the club captain. Somebody's got inside knowledge. Loft for words. I'm looking at you. But let's hope and pray that today we can pick up just some solid points and just have a good game. Spurs, I'm not excited. They got a great team, but so do we, boys. Come on, you Oz. Gotta be careful here, bringing this ball forward very nicely as Spurs, but Dickey steps in really well for the little sort of like flare pass from Isaac, and we do well to keep that in the end. Sam Field is actually a baller. Did you see that? That was a lovely bit of play there. And now Isaac Coles with a chance to just burst forward. He's going to keep doing so. Coles, little ball roll there just to try and keep possession. Going to try the turn. I've just got no options. At the moment, I've just got no options when I get the ball into that kind of space. Go on, Tyrese. Put Soyuncu under pressure. Trossard trying to do the same. Not quite. But yeah, we just lack of options because I couldn't get the ball in the box and I had no one to sort of turn and pass to. It's that kind of position's a tricky one because I need to be a bit more central, I think. I get the ball out wide here to Heung-min Son. He's going to let it back to Lo Celso. Got to be careful now. It's back to Davies, but Davies is offside. We're playing pretty well in that sort of defensive third right now. We're keeping a strong line. We haven't let them create a proper chance yet, so we just got to keep that up. I think that's it's a good sort of backing to have when you've got a solid back line and a solid defensive performance to start off with. It's nice. But hold on a second here. Isaac Coles turns his man. I think the defender just got a touch on that, which is why it like pinged away from me, which is unfortunate. But Trossard's going to get the ball on the edge of the box. It's a good shot, but Soyuncu with a very good block. And they're going to bring that one away. But yeah, but positive stuff so far. I think we've held our own. Oh, it's a lovely ball in there. There's no man in the middle. But McCallum with a fantastic block. And Jan Sommer with another phenomenal save from Ndombele's shot. It was a lovely header. The ball drops into... I don't think that's Isaac. I'm not actually entirely sure. But then Ndombele's header is fantastic. And the save is unbelievable. I think actually it was Isaac on second viewing there that had the initial shot. That was blocked by McCallum. But we've got to be careful. It's laid to the edge of the box here. Heung-min Son, I was going to say, is probably going to shoot, and he does. But it drops to Ozzy, who lays it off to Tyrese Campbell. Amos and Trossard up here. Oh, Trossard's offside, Tom. I've waited way too long to play that pass. I thought about it, and then by the time I did it, it was way too late. Tyrese lays it out to Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles going to try and duck this ball ahead of him a little bit. Takes it past Emerson. Emerson ends up on the floor. Oh, Coles... Mate, I'm just bottling both commentary and gameplay right now. Oh, Isaac just takes that past Lopez. Dickey's going to try and get there. Dickey does get there. Fantastic block. As I said, we at the moment, apart from that chance, they sort of had that double chance with the Isaac shot, the Ndombele header. We have been very, very resolute in defence and really stopped them from creating anything to like really test Jan Sommer. So it's been positive. What is that pass? Is not positive, but the interception's good from Amos. Try and lay it through. I had to play it through about 5 people there, so it was always a big ask. But yeah, I think there's definite positives to take so far from this game. I think we've been very positive. We've looked very good. Got to be careful here. McCallum with work to do against Luca Bacchio. Lays it off to Emerson. Luca Bacchio gets it back. Plays it inside to Davies. A simple pass. Jan Sommer with a not quite so simple save. Does very well to see it out for a corner. It was definitely heading in, and Sommer gets 2 sort of strong forearms to it to sort of somewhat palm it away, I guess you'd say. I don't know if that's what you say with forearms, but it doesn't matter. They've recycled it round here. On the edge of the box. They've laid it inside the box. Lopez does really well. Gets tripped a little bit, but stays on his feet. And Chrissy Willock, on the sort of opposite side to you normally see him, lays it off to Tyrese Campbell here. Trossard, keep making that run, mate. Ball roll inside. Trossard takes a first touch. Oh, and the finesse is just past the post there. Really good counter-attacking play. Lloris, I think, maybe had it covered. I'm not too sure, but the shot was very quickly taken. It was a bit of a snapshot, and it is just wide of that post. We have definitely worked our way in for a couple of chances in this half. We have not rolled over and just sort of let them create all the chances. We have made a couple of our own chances, and we are looking okay. I think so far it's been a bit cagey. I think Spurs have had the better chances. I think Spurs have been the better side, but we've not been bad. Not been bad at all. Isaac is a very good player in this game. I stand by Isaac being one of the best OP strikers in Ultimate Team, just as a base card. I think he is very, very good for his rating. But we are going to make a change. I'm going to take Field off, and I'm going to bring on Masengo. It's just for pace in the middle of the park. I think Field on the ball is doing really, really well. I think off the ball a little bit, getting caught out just because they've got very quick midfielders. Lo Celso and Dembele much quicker than Field really is. So we're just going to make that one change at half-time. I think it's a sensible change. I think it's good stamina in the middle of the park, and it's just a little addition of pace. And yeah, I'm optimistic that we can just kind of same again in the second half. You know, I think we can just keep pushing for what we're doing right now. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, just same again. I wouldn't be upset, but a little bit more from us would be nice, obviously. Luka Bacchio has turned McCallum here, but McCallum's done really well to get back and goal side of that, but Emerson's played it inside to Luka Bacchio. And Dembele with the shot. Sommer doesn't quite get there, but thankfully the post was the target in the end. That's what it hit. Didn't hit the back of the net. That would have been a lot more worrying. But Chrissy Willock now with a chance to bring this away. It's not really much of a counter because they've got a lot of players back immediately. Trossard tries to lay it in to Tyrese Campbell. It hasn't quite worked, but I think we get away with one there. That shot from Dembele could have been a lot worse. They're knocking the ball run quite nicely here. Son takes it past Ozzy, and oh mate, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Sommer had left that and it was on target. I thought that was like very evidently at the goal, but Sommer's kind of just gone like, yeah, I'll get the next one. And thankfully it was just wide. Isaac going off, Harry Kane coming on. So they do still have Harry Kane. They just decided to play Isaac today. Interesting one, but fresh legs of Kane with half an hour to go is a bit of a worry for me. You know, a fresh Harry Kane with 30 minutes on the clock. That's not what I wanted to see, boys. I won't lie to you. I kind of hoped he'd been sold. Heung-min Son comes inside. Ozzy does really well to win that. And it is going to be a corner. With 20 minutes to go, I am going to make a change here. Tyrese has done, yet again, very little. I really don't think Tyrese has offered lots today. But I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to put Tyrese on the right-hand side and play him as a right mid. I think it's a decent shout. I think it could work out for us. Coles is going to come off for Linden. Coles is getting tired a lot at the moment. I need to really make sure what his stamina is, because at the moment he's just getting tired by like the 60th, 70th minute. And for a superstar player, I need him fit for 90 minutes most games. I really, really do. So yeah, Campbell's going to play right mid for a little bit. Hopefully see if that pace on that right-hand side could be particularly effective, because in front of goal at the moment, he's just not been on it. So let's see if he can set somebody else up. Ozzy Kakko's done really well. He's had a real challenge today in Heung-min Son, and he has stepped up to it. He has actually genuinely been very, very good, Ozzy Kakko, today. He knows letting us down, though. Tyrese couldn't take it past his man. Jesus, that was a problem. McCallum gets it away. That could have just been a tap in there. I didn't see who the Spurs player was, but that could have been just a very straightforward tap-in. But thankfully, McCallum equaled to it. That ball just ricocheting off the bar. Go on, Campbell. Make up for earlier. Go on, Campbell. What a ball is. Oh, mate, that was a great cross. Credit where it's due. That cross was fantastic. Dykes just wasn't equal to it and getting up there for the header. But that cross was very, very good. More of that from Campbell, please. Lovely bit of play here. And they've played a beautiful ball out wide. It's going to drop all the way to Davies. And yet again, Ozzy Kakko with a very good tackle. I said it before, I'll say it again. He has had a really, really solid game today. And now he's just bringing this ball forward. Going to lay it inside to Trossard. It's a bit of a heavy pass, though. A little bit too much on it. But yeah, defensively, Ozzy has been genuinely phenomenal today. Well, that's the full-time whistle. A point against Spurs we will 100% take. They definitely had the better chances, hitting the bar, hitting the post. Some according to a couple of good saves. Defensively, the defenders themselves having to make a couple of blocks. I would say, honestly, you could give man of the match to any of our back five. They were fantastic today, barely putting a foot wrong. But I still think in front of goal is where we're struggling a little bit. I mean, we are conceding goals, so defensively we're not perfect, but I think a lack of goals is going to cause us problems. You can see one chance shown from Trossard and then 3 of Spurs chances as highlights. So I think it goes to show it was a bit of a one-sided game. Let the stats read how you want them to read. But yeah, it's a point, and it's a positive point to get. Well, I still stand by that was a very, very solid point to have picked up. I'm really, really happy with that. You can see how close this table is, by the way. We would have dropped down to 12th with a draw there, and Leeds and Aston Villa both would have overtaken us. It has been a real tough run for us at the moment, and it's been tricky games, but right now 29 points is a really good place to be, and I think that does see us, with some good company around us, some good squads, and we are still comfortably away from the bottom 3. We are 11 points clear of 18th place Watford. Fulham and West Brom both having a very, very tough time of things, and Watford starting to drift away from the rest of the pack as well. Our next game is a tough one up against West Ham, who are below us, but yeah, we've got to try and pick something up from that game, because again, realistically, we need to just stay in this mid-table spot. At the moment, we're just at the bottom of the top half. That's a really good place to be in. Okay, the team is ready for our game against West Ham, and it is going to be a tricky one. It really, really is. I did say I was going to check Cole's stamina, but he's got 77 stamina, so that kind of does explain why he gets tired sort of 60 to 70 minutes into a game. It does make sense, but obviously all of the different training development plans and everything will all boost stamina, so hopefully near the end of the season he'll be at around that 80 mark, which is starting to get to a better spot there. But I can see that it's snow, which I'm really not looking forward to playing in the snow. I don't really have much of a choice, I don't think, do I? Can I change the weather? Is that something I can do? I don't know if I can change. It says season winter. I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Okay. We'll say that it's raining. You know what? We'll replace the snow with rain. We'll say it's not quite as cold as they were suggesting. We'll say it's rain and not snow, because that just... I'm not about that. I'm not about that at all. But yeah, I'm also going to say this now. If Campbell fails to score today, he's going to be dropped for a couple of games. At the moment, the price he set us back and the lack of goals, it's just not adding up. Trossard has been our main goal scorer, which I didn't really expect him to be. Trossard has been, as you can see, 3 goals in 3, 2 goals in the cup, obviously helping us see it through, and a very important goal where he came on in the first game of today's episode. But we need desperately to find a goal scorer, and if Campbell isn't going to be that guy, maybe we are going to make a January transfer. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it time for Campbell to... Should we keep giving Campbell a chance, or is it time to maybe think about replacements? Let me know in the comments. For now, let's get into this game. 3 points is what we need. 3 points against West Ham. It's going to be a tricky one. West Ham, very good team, but got to do our best. Coles on the ball nice and early. Takes it past 1, takes it past the 2nd, but loses it to the 3rd. I'm trying so hard to give Coles a real good chance at making chances and really proving what he's all about. He's 5-star, an absolute baller. He's got a thunder of a shot. He's got a great pass in him. He really is going to be the future of this club. And I think next season, I think we give him the number 10. I think it's that kind of time. Trossard going to look up and find Coles on this left-hand side. And it's a lovely ball to him. Campbell's not really the aerial threat, but he does win the header. It is just wide. I wasn't really expecting him to win the header against Kurt Zouma, but he did win it, but it does go wide. Good chance in the end. Pretty happy to have created a half-decent chance, but it's a shame it's not on target. That's the kind of area, if you are going to win the header, you'd like it to be on target. But Campbell's not really known for his heading, so I'll cut him some slack on that one. Ball to Willock in the middle of the park here. Going to find Johansson. He's going to have to turn. No options. 0 options. Eventually finds Coles. Isaac Cole's going to have to let it back to Johansson, who yet again, 0 options. So we're going to lay it all the way out to Tyrese Campbell. He's going to try and take it past his man. He's got the speed on Masuaku just about. But he's not going to keep that under control. Such a shame. No movement. It really does cause issues when your players don't move for each other. Got the ball in the middle here. Going to just try and hopefully see them out here. Pookie with, I think, West Ham's first chance of the game. But it is thankfully straight at Sommer, as Pookie was on the turn, and it's difficult to really generate power or, a particularly great sort of angle on that. So thankfully we kept him to a bit of a limited chance and not the best one. But we keep doing that. We keep turning into players and just turning into a lot of possession. We're doing it too frequently. it's becoming a problem. It is becoming a problem. Oh, bad pass from Lopez. Terrible pass from Lopez. Sommer equal to the reaction shot there from Pukki, and that needed to be. The pass from Lopez just set us up to fail there. That was terrible, terrible choice making there. It really would have been a problem. But thankfully, Sommer is an absolute beast and keeps us in this game again for I don't know how many times he's done that already. Masuaku on the ball here. 2.5 minutes, by the way, into the 1 minute added time. But it's the AI on the ball, so they can have all the time they want, right, EA? All the time they want to score as many goals as they want. Oh, it's so broken, man. It's so broken. It really is something they need to fix for future FIFAs. It shouldn't be that the AI gets as much added time as they want, but the players get, literally, as soon as that minute's gone, bang, whistle blown. They got 3.5 minutes. I think it was just short of 4. I think it was about to go to the 49th minute for 1 minute added time. There's Ferg'Ai time, and then there's FIFA 22 AI Career Mode time. It's a different kettle of fish. It's a different breed. Let's look at the time on the clock. 49:22. Okay. So, okay, great. 4.5 minutes added on for 1 minute added time. That's so the cookie crumbles, boys. I don't even know what I want to change here. Because up until that, we weren't playing particularly badly. Weren't playing badly at all. I forgot to put Field on the bench over Ahmed today. That's frustrating, because I actually would have liked to have played Field. I would have brought him on right now. I think I'm going to just have to go with the change that is Masengo over Captain Johansson. And go again, second half. Again, we've conceded another sloppy goal. But, yeah, now we've got work to do. Now we've got to try and get back into it. And it's a team, us, by the way, a team that are struggling to score goals. So, not great. Not a great time to concede. Masengo. Going to try and find Campbell. Lovely touch from Tyrese Campbell. But, again, just close down in that scenario. We're not getting enough space. And I can't play a pass quickly enough there to another player to make space. Because there's no one there. There's no one to play a pass to. It's becoming problematic. Just the lack of, I guess, creativity, or the lack of movement from players. It's caused some problems. Okay, very quickly, just before I jump back into the game, I have changed to a 4-3-2-1. I've gone with 2 CMs, I've gone with a cam, I've gone with a left and right winger that are playing left and right forward sort of roles, and then a striker. This is just to try something new. Let's just see if this can help us open this game up a little bit. Right now, I don't know what more I can change to kind of work my way into games like this. Because at the moment, I'm struggling to find space, to find players, to find movement. So having the wingers be a little bit more central, having Tyrese be like a lone central target, and having a Cam, who's on free run, by the way, maybe just allows for a little bit more movement. You can see already there were 3 people in the box there as Coles was sort of coming in to play that pass. So maybe it just creates a bit more space and a little bit more movement from the team. It can't be any less movement. So we'll give this a go. We've got 20 minutes to see if we can make an impact with it. I've got nothing to lose by trying. Campbell's going to let off to Trossard here. Trossard takes it past his man pretty easily. Trossard, please, mate. Keep going. Zuma's going to be there, but Zuma does really, really, really well. Just shoulders Trossard out. And, yeah, not ideal. But the movement there was so much better. I am actually going to make a change as well. I'm a little bit inspired there. We're going to say Trossard's going to stay there. Campbell's going to move over to the left. And I'm going to bring on Dykes. I'm going to bring on the target man here. Yeah, that's the change. That's it. Again, I kind of regret not having Field, because Field for Amos right now would be perfect because of the tired legs. But that's the change. Coles is coming off. Again, stamina, sad times. Dykes at striker. Campbell as a sort of left winger, left forward kind of role. Again, I'm giving him a chance, boys. You can't say I'm not giving him a chance, because I'm trying him in so many different positions and seeing if we can find the best from him. Linden, first touches on the ball here. Plays it to Chris Willock, who was just sort of behind him. And now Willock's going to have a shot from range. It's a good effort. It's a very good effort, actually, in the end, I have to say. Forces the keeper into a save. It's the young French guy whose name I have forgotten. But it's a very, very good save from a very, very good effort. Going to play this one short here to Trossard. Trossard is going to just keep this now. Finesse towards that end, that far post, sorry. But it's well blocked. About 4 players in the way. Simple one in the end. Got to be careful here. It's a lovely chance there for them, but McCallum has done really well to bring this away, and that is a terrible, terrible tackle. But we have the ball now with Campbell. We've got the pace of Tyrese. He's going to turn, cut inside. Does really well to hold off the player. Masengo inside to Willock. Willock, prime example of the AI get more game time than you do with extra time. Prime example. Takes the mick. Absolutely takes the mick. I think David Moyes just gave us a kiss on the cheek. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it, David. I'm not in the mood, mate. I'm not in the mood, David. That is outrageous. I'm pissed off, boys, because yet again, extra time. The AI get Fergie time confirmed. The AI get Fergie time every single time, and we get nothing. We get a minute when you're meant to get a minute. They get 5 when you're meant to get a minute. It takes the mick, boys. It really does. I will say, I think there is potentially something in that 4-3-2-1. I really do think there is potential for that formation to do us something. I'm going to try it again at some point, but it sucks to end the episode on a sour note. It really does. Well, that is where we're going to round up today's episode. Kind of gutted, obviously, that it hasn't quite worked out how I was hoping today's episode was going to work out. It started to look like a bounce of form. 2 wins, a draw against a big team. And then I honestly think we played well enough to get something from that West Ham game. Sorry, apologies. But it just wasn't the one. It just wasn't the one for us, and it didn't work out. But let me know your guys' thoughts on what I said about Campbell. We have got, if we were to sell him, about 10 days to make that decision and find a replacement. However, in this 4-3-2-1, there's a possibility of him playing as a sort of right forward, a left forward, or a striker. Do you think that we give him to the end of the season, see how he does for us between now and the end of the season, and then make an informed decision then? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would do. But for now, that is going to be where we round up today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like. Supports me, the video, the series, and the channel out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit the sub button and turn notifications on to be told any time we upload a video. If you want to catch us on our live streams, it's Hursty Games over on Twitch. There's a link down below. But for now, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands. In a bit, guys.
Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.